Na, 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 na. What are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another amazing live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Only real stuff here, not gonna fucking lie. Look at this, guys. We are fucking gaming, right? And we can actually add more of these things in. Look at here, my double split screen here. Wapake, boom. Look at this. Guys, join the Discord community, guys. Very important, I'm gonna lie. If you want to learn everything about trading, programming, Odin, Golang, everything. If you just want to be a good programmer and making money, you need to join the channel, bro. I'm live. Somebody said something, but I... Hello, what's going on, Mahdi Ramini, inshallah, brother. Oh, man, look at this, man. What a struggle was this. Holy crap. But now we are gaming, brothers. Look at this. I'm doing pretty fine. Thank you so much. Had a very rough week behind the scenes. But right now we're doing great. We're doing great, brother. Whiplash, what's going on? I love you too, Whiplash. Oh man, this cola, I think it's been here for a couple of days, because that's not good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go. Full of energy every time. I need to be, guys, because who's gonna watch a dead mouse on stream? Nobody. So today we're gonna do something. We're going to dive in C, make bindings in Odin, use data from Golang, WebSockets here, and we're gonna do crazy stuff. Well, crazy stuff. It's gonna be... We're gonna draw the heat maps. Don't drink expired cola. It's basically, it's zero sugar, but that's an excuse, I know. It's also cherry. I drink one each day just because, I mean, guys, I cannot die without drinking any, without anything. What is this? Okay, do you see this tabbies? Boom, let's kill this thing. And that's big screen. Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 82K. Let's go. People are, oh no, Bitcoin is, no. Bitcoin is going up because it was 20K when I first started streaming, and now it's 80. It's times 6. 4. Doesn't really matter. The cool stuff is we're gonna do some coding, huh? I love your choice about Odin. Odin is amazing. It's the best. To be honest, it's the best language. Low-level programming. It's just Odin is the best. But I understand people don't care because I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm special. I'm special, and I do my thing, and I don't listen to anybody. You know what I mean? If I think it's good, then it's my choice, and I use it, and I can just recommend it to you. Is my personal experience. Stop learning Rust. Stop learning Zig and all these bullshit languages. Start learning Odin if you really want to get shit done, because you don't need to think about the language. You can just program and think about your problem, think about the app you want to build without forgetting the programming language, because Odin writes like you think. Microsoft is porting TS to Copilot to Go. Yes, they do. You know what I mean? Why do you think they are doing that? I was taking a run today, like 6 kilometer run. It didn't went too well. I don't know what's going on. I'm drinking too much coffee in the morning, and it's just fucking up everything. And I was thinking, my gut feeling, my inner intuition is so good, because so many years ago I saw Golang, and I thought, man, this language is so easy to write. It's so simple. It's nice. I'm gonna use this. This is going to be my language. And now a company with billions of money, unlimited developers. They could write it in Java, in Java, in C++. They could pick OCaml, Haskell. They could pick any language because they have money enough. They pick Go. Why do you think they do that? I'm not gonna answer it because you know the answer. Because it's that simple, and you can just focus on what you need to do without forgetting with forgetting the language, you know what I mean? Looking forward for the Odin release. Yeah, so the Odin source release, normally it was I can already release it. The problem is that the builds work for Mac ARM 64. The problem is some of my users, especially there are some that are using Windows that are actually writing indicators and all that stuff. So we are working on that. I'm gonna see what Teddy is doing. Teddy is fixing it. But if I release it, this is where the state is, right? We don't have volumes, we don't have the VPVR, but we just fixed the Odin thing. You're gonna have, I swear, like all this stuff. You can, I mean, it's unlimited. Where are here? You can do like, where can I put this? Here, for example, you can do unlimited things. It's crazy, guys. I give you so much to work with. Perfect layouts. You can. Yeah, I'm so it's crazy. So what a struggle that I have, and now everything just works out of the fucking bat. Every ticket I'm gonna add, every exchange, it's already been prepared, guys. Exchanges, we have Kraken, Bybit, they are all ready basically to go. You know what I mean? They are all sitting in the pipeline. Within this and 2 weeks, this is going to be an insane monster. And people are not ready for that, right? The competition, they're already scared on Twitter. I saw that, but I'm coming. That's what my girlfriend also said. But there is good stuff coming up, guys. I can tell you that. All right. Oh. What about Python? Ah, Jacob. It's Jacob here. Yeah, Jacob, the WebSocket package. It's working fine because I've been using it for days and it's just perfectly fine. I'm not going to say it's going to pass the Autobahn thingy, but hey, I mean, let's kill this. So what are we going to do? Look at this. Ginger Bill, our favorite redhead. Okay, guys. Oh, man. We need to focus here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the heat map sent. So a couple things we need to do is what we're going to do first. We need to port some little bindings here from CMGUI to Odin. Because the mplot bindings are basically mplot. The mplot bindings are basically handwritten. Well, they are handwritten actually. Because you can see that I copied these things in and I'm actually handwriting them. Because C has these weird things and I'm handwriting them with perfect Odin syntax, bit sets and all that stuff. Why don't you use Cursor to do that? Because AI sucks. AI is good for simple things, like Timmy's. But for complex things, AI completely sucks. You know what I mean? That's something that I realized. And I really want to be on par. And it doesn't really matter. You can use AI, and I'm not. I'm still going to be faster than you in shipping. So that's already like, you're going to be shocked here, but that's what it is. All right, let's go. First thing, what we're going to do. Man, why is this thing? The other fucking saw it. The first thing we're going to do, guys, is we are going to make an heat map subscription, just the way we set things up here. So let me actually copy a candle handler, and I'm going to make this a heat map handler. Why is this candle and not candles? Doesn't really matter. Heat maps handler, stats, order book, heat map. Heat map is fine. Raw pointer, proc. Shit, heat map. We don't have this type. Gonna make it a strict. It's gonna be the same thing like stats, pair, time frame values, because we can have multiple heat maps. Why do we do that? Because we can have one heat map, we can have multiple heat maps, depending on if it's a range or not. So this is how I solved it, and it works pretty well. To be honest, AI is, don't get me wrong, AI is good for specific cases. Like refactoring and shit. It's so good. Cursor for refactoring is like insane. It's like you tap your way to success, but like if I want to build something, I want to understand it completely. I want to struggle for hours and days. I don't care, but I want to understand it. That's important. We also have a heat map. And people are gonna say that's not, everybody does what he wants, right? So, how are we gonna fix this? Now we need to port that from our Go thingy, huh? Okay, this muscle memory was not what it needs to be. Types, kill this. Go to heat maps. Heat maps pair values. There's no type frame here apparently. This is what we need here. Paste that in, delete this, now we're gonna copy this, right? Pair, price, group. That's a pair. That's a price group. I'm actually really curious how these heat maps are gonna perform. I have no fucking clue. No! I cannot even type 64 anymore. Shit, now I need to do this. I actually don't care about this min price yet. Could calculate that on the front end, but we didn't do it on the back end because Go was so slow in Wasm. So min price, min size, Unix. I'm gonna promote this guy, I64, just like this, and then prices are gonna be prices, sizes, this, that, slice of. Yeah. You see, I'm dyslexic. I can actually not blind type numbers. Isn't that a little bit scuffed? That's a little bit scuffed, isn't it? That looks actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna have a heat map handler, which is gonna take a raw pointer. It's gonna take this procedure pointer, raw pointer heat maps. That's exactly what it is. So cool. It looks like Go. Yeah, it is. It's in my opinion, this is what Go should be. Yeah, but they are a little bit of different languages, right? So like Odin is more it's boring. People, it's niche, but the coders in Odin are most of the time they are really good, because this language attract people that love to program instead of thinking about the language they're programming in. Odin is for people that actually like C, but do not want to always re-implement like dynamic arrays and then the type system. And C is amazing, but C needs you to do a lot of stuff, and Odin abstracts these things and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's like it's good, but hey, I'm not gonna shill it. I'm using it. I never follow trends. I set the trends. You know what I mean? I don't follow the meta. I am the fucking meta. That's what it is. And that's what you need to be too. And even if it's not true, I still believe it, you know? That's how I operate in my life. Maybe I'm not the best, maybe I'm not whatever. And I probably am not. But in my mind, I am. And that gives me this energy. And that's what you need to have too. That's important. And I had this energy the moment I started programming so many years ago. Because if you continuously need to think about, oh, I'm not good enough, and you need to reflect yourself with other people, that's the thief of all joy. You live in your own world and to all the rest. It's very hard that I say this, but it's gonna help you so much, believe me. Okay, so we have this app, actually. We have this thing, we have some subscriptions here. Let me copy this. I'm gonna call this heat map subs, which is gonna be a map stream dynamic heat map handler. The question is how I'm going to get these heat maps out of this thing. Does Golang have the same formatter? Yeah. They have a good formatter, so that's good. It's OLS. Proc app. Oh man, app stream heat map handler. Gonna make this a heat map handler. Actually all the same thing. App const stream, send app stats, heat map subs, and I need to do the same thing with unsubscribe to this thing. Unsubscribe. What's going on each app? Can't mismatch. Heat map subs, that's not gonna... I hope Go team, they cannot prioritize a Wasm. They will never do it. And it's still gonna be bad because the way the compiler works. So you need to understand that Golang has its own runtime that basically is used for a lot of stuff. For example, Go routines and all that things. So the moment you, for Wasm to work very well, you need to eliminate the runtime and the garbage collector, which go hand in hand probably. But the moment you remove the runtime from Go, it's the moment you lose half of Golang's rise and shine. And they don't want that. That's what they already said. I've been in the Wasm space in Go for years. I've been requesting features. There's another vision. Wasm is gonna be the future for a lot of things. Especially what I'm gonna do here with the indicators. People don't have any clue what's coming, right? It's already in my mind already. I exactly know how I'm gonna build it. And people are going to basically just like, ankles are gonna be broken when I release this. But the thing is, I've been already requesting features for Wasm, and it took them 3 years to make a simple features for me. Well, for me, for everybody. 3 fucking years. 3 years. Because the soy devs that working in Golang, and to be honest, I really think they are a little bit, they're not the best. They are a little bit lazy engineers. They are basically corporate people hired by Google probably. I don't fucking know who's working on that shit. I can call names, but I'm not gonna do it out of respect. They are just sitting on GitHub discussing like, oh no, maybe we should do this. What do you think? Yeah, yeah, that is maybe a good idea, but I think it's better to do this. No, guys, you are wrong. We need to do this. Look at this article. And it goes on and on and on. Every week somebody replies, and it takes years and years before these soy devs can basically come something very simple that I can actually implement in basically 2 hours. Takes them 3 years. You know what I mean? And then people say, but Anthony, why don't you do it yourself? Because if I do it myself, it will never get merged. Open source is so bad. It's legit. It's fucked up. They will never do Wasm. Golang is not made for that. And I was hoping for it, and I had enough. I really had enough, and that's why I picked something else. Okay, I think we're actually good here. Subscribe heat maps. Can we actually already subscribe? But we don't have a handler. Okay, maybe we can add a handler to the chart. We can add a handler to the chart. Actually, to be honest, look at this. I also did this. I can actually have the lines and everything, and then I can look. Let me take like a white color or something, or pink. You know, on the fucking fly. Candles, the same thing. You can change everything here. So that's why people say, why are you writing? It took me 1 week with struggle, and I kept going. And there were moments that I thought, man, I'm gonna give up. But I kept going, and look, it gives me instantly 1 million features extra for my users. 1 million. Like Lil Wayne. A milli. Really? That's not a relip. It's not a relip. It's I'm gooey. Wait, where is my handler? Here, get handler. You see, that's a little bit of a problem. I'm gonna say get candle handler. Candle handler, and we're gonna copy this, right? And what we're gonna do is gonna call update again. Chart widget get candle handler. Chart widget get heat map handler. And that's gonna give me a heat map handler. In Golang you would use interfaces, but again, I investigated that because I had a lot of performance issues. Interfaces are fucking slow. They are really slow. And they allocate on the heap. Yeah, because if you don't know the type up front, I don't know. Heatmap handler. Chart widget update. We cannot do this, right? How are we gonna solve this? We're gonna say chart widget update candle. Chart widget update candles. Yeah, I like this. I like this, guys. What do you think? Update. And the cool stuff is on Odin, nobody's gonna fucking say anything. You know what I mean? It's like you can do whatever you want. Like uppercase constants, techniques here. You can be as dirty as you want. Everybody's going to just cheer you and say, hey, you're doing great. In Golang, they're always, oh, you don't know nothing. You do it wrong. You need a mock. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You Reddit. You Reddit bitch. Shut up! Guys, I'm just joking, man. I think some people come to my stream and they see me talk. They would think like, what the fuck is that for a guy? Guys, I'm joking. I'm not like this. I swear to God, I'm just really joking. I'm actually a nice guy. I swear to God. Chart widget update heat maps. Oh man. Jesus Christ. Let me go this. You go take shortcuts, you know what I mean? Like this. And then we copy this, paste that in, update heat maps. And then we do this. We have a sync mutex here, but the thing is, we need another mutex. Pointer up, pointer, heat maps. Look at that. And the beauty of all this is that I have no clue if that's the right way, but it just works, you know. And that feels good. So we're gonna actually print out this heat map here. Print ln. Print ln. The heat maps. Heat maps at values. Values. Let's print the values, okay? And these are the candles. That works, right? And a little mutex here. Or interfaces. Quote unquote. Now I have some dirty stuff in here. Actually, I think it's good. I think it's really good. I'm not gonna lie. Makes sense, right? We're gonna subscribe to candles. We're gonna give this a candle handler. The question about it is, I'm gonna just make it. It's gonna be a problem, so I can actually directly detect. Okay, so get candle. And then we have this 2 times. Let me see if everything just still works. I think it will. It's gonna wait until we have some data. Yeah, I need to fix the initial thing. That's perfectly fine. Right? Can make it small. Zoom in directly. Can also do this. Hop. And now we are here. You know what I mean? Can scroll this one. Can also double click to do it here. Double click to do it here. Or double click to do it everywhere. Oh, I like this so much, man. Holy shit. Okay. Let's subscribe to the heat maps, guys. What do you think? Haven't you changed for NeoVim? Yeah, I use it still. Look at here. What are you? NeoVim is here. Because the problem is, if you have 2 VS Code editors open and you cannot switch between them that much. So I just do this. So I have this Typecraft's favorite color scheme open here, which is what is it? Capuchin. From all the creators, actually, I really like Typecraft. I don't know why. He reminds me of my tattooer. He looks just like him. He's nice. Okay, let's subscribe. Where's my chart? Chart widget. Wait a minute. Are we still using this? I think I can delete this, by the way. I think I can delete that. Can I? Can I delete this? Yeah, I can. Okay, where do we create one? The initial one. Setup initial doc space here. Setup initial doc space. Hardcoded Binance FBTC. Stream order book. Yada 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 yada. Stream candles, trades. Chart widget init. Second chart. Subscribe candles. Subscribe the heat maps. Get heat map handler. You see, like everything just falls into place. We add the app to the widget. One problem is that this stream needs to be a little bit changed. So we're going to say stream dot stream. That's a little bit weird, isn't it? It's going to be heat maps. And I really love the enums in Odin, because the enums, you can convert them to bit sets and all that. It's so amazing. It's like people have no clue how cool that is, how good that is. By the way, you can if you're a trader or something, I don't know, you're a quant, this is going to be your shit. This is the terminal. It's going to clap in silico on the fucking cheeks, breaking his ankles, slicing over the Achilles space. The Achilles. How do they call that? Because I'm coming. That's what she said. But that's also what I said. Guys, I think we're GG. The only thing is that our WebSocket here, I think we're gonna print it decoded. I think we're gonna print it decoded. Let's see what's going on. Shit, why is this so big? Let me make it a little bit smaller here. We're not printing anything here. Okay. But wait. Why is it so big? Mr. Yuchurt, what's going on? My favorite Twitter streamer. How do you call it? Like, we are colleague. He's a colleague. Mr. Yuchurt is a colleague. One of my favorite colleagues. I wish I could code like you, brother. Man, it's like you can, man. Stop. You can. I do nothing special. Listen, how many times do I need to say that my brain has less capacity than yours? I swear to God, I'm not the smartest, man. Believe me. The only difference between me and you is the way of thinking. Stop. It had nothing to do with skill. It has to do with mindset. That's the only thing, guys. Mindset. You are as good as you think you are. You don't never need to compare yourself with anybody else. That would be, if I need to compare myself with George Hotz or Jason Blow or Casey Muratori or maybe even the fucking Primogen, which is actually, he's a fucking smart man, right? Mr. Prime, he is smart. He's smarter than me. He knows more about a lot of things than me. I'm pretty convinced he is a little bit, he's smarter in some sense. But that doesn't mean he's a better programmer. You know, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Never compare yourself. Okay, wait. Why don't we see anything? Ah, I know what it is, probably. I think the problem is that this stream, we take time frame 1. I think for heat maps, there's not really a time frame for a heat map. It's like, yeah, it doesn't really exist. It's I think. I'm gonna put it to 0. Oh man. The thing is that I cannot see my... Yes, you see? We got the heat map going. The heat map is here. That's basically the most important thing. That we have the data from the heat map is spitting out bytes in the terminale. And now we're gonna plot the heat map on the screen. At least that's what we're gonna try. We need to do some couple steps, right? And Theo is also not. Theo is also. Theo is Theo, right? Theo is not the person that I'm gonna be friends with. Well, he's a nice guy, but it's not like, hey, Theo, let's go to the bar and make some trouble with some. You know what I mean? He's not like. He's a different kind of person. You know. We don't fit together, but I think Theo has a lot of knowledge as well. He has a lot of knowledge as well. We can say whatever you want about Theo, about his mustache, but he has knowledge. He has knowledge. The thing is that who are you relating with? That's the question, right? Who are you relating with? Some people don't relate with me, and it's fine. Some people do. Okay, that works. So now this heat map is here. So now we need to decode that. So how do we do this? Well, heat maps is going to be of type heat maps. And I'm going to copy some stuff. It's basically Golang 101, right? Basically, but it's Odin, but it's like the same semantics because it's good semantics. JSON and Marshall, heat maps. And Marshall this. Normally, we're going to use a different protocol, but for now, JSON is good. Like in the Go client, we had Cbor with ZSTD encoding, but hey. let's first make it work with our new Odin app with JSON, so it's easy to debug, easy to inspect. And once it all works, we can commit. And then we can start implementing CBOR and all this other bullshit. And then we still have a version that works with JSON, you know? First make it work, then make it better, and then we make it faster. That's the circle of success, guys. I'm gonna keep saying it. And what guy learned that, what man teaches me that is Wim van Belle. This guy here, Wim van Belle. This one. Don't allow, what are you doing here? Wim van Belle, this man, he said that to me. So I was doing a Golang job interview with Wim van Belle. He was my CTO at B-Mobile in Belgium. And they was hiring a Golang engineer because they want to port a lot of stuff over from C# to Golang. I'm so sorry, C-sharpers. And from Java to Golang as well. I'm sorry, Javers. And they hired me. And I was very confident because he had a little bit of experience and he wrote a little program. And he showed me his program. And the first thing that I want to do, and that's the moment my whole mindset shifted, is the first thing that I want to do when I saw the code was criticizing him on little mistakes that actually are no mistakes, but that I thought would be better. For example, he had this if-else statement. If. And I said, oh no, if, dat is niet goed, c'est pas bon, monsieur, c'est quoi ça? What are you fucking doing? It needs to be a switch statement. You see, I was directly, like a lot of other developers or colleagues, criticizing somebody else's code. Like, this function name is wrong. It just needs to be a switch statement. Basically, all the things that has nothing to do with programming, basically. It's just like a polishing version. It's the polishing state. And he said to me, listen, it doesn't really fucking matter. He said, first make it work. Then we make it better. And then we make it faster. And I will never forget that my whole life. Thank you so much, Wim van Belle. He basically humbled me in my job interview. But he hired me. But he also fired me. The circle of life. What is your opinion about AI in the Copilot versus VS Code? If you really want to use AI, use Cursor. In my opinion. Cursor is the best. Copilot has no clue what it's doing. Cursor is good. Cloud 3.7 or whatever you want to pick. GG, well played. For real problems, copy paste to DeepSeek R1. Still the best. Thinking thing. Grok. Bah. Grok is not good for coding in my opinion. DeepSeek the best. For hard problems. Okay. Heat maps. So we're gonna have this code in. Where's this? Oh, we're making a candle sub. Ah, yeah, of course, we need to... Yeah. So what we do here is we make a stream of what comes in. Which basically, we just make a stream here, right? And then we're gonna copy this thing. We're gonna get the subs from app, which is basically a global variable. Why do we do this? Now app is one structure, so we can actually use that to hot reload the application. Because we have one struct. But you can, yeah. We're not gonna do that yet, but we can. App, heat map subs. Get the subs from the stream, range over these guys, call on data, and we're gonna do the heat maps. That makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Look at this, beautiful, right? We get the heat maps, marshal them to JSON, turn it into a stream, search who is subscribed, who the fuck is subscribed on the heat maps, which handlers, this handler, we call on data with the pointer and the data. And that's basically gonna reflect to our chart widget here. And that's gonna be on, heat maps. There's gonna be this heat maps heat. It's gonna call this thing because this is basically the on data aka a Golang interface 5 million times faster, of course. Of course, we need to do this casting thingy. We could also use an any. But it's the same thing, so we use a raw pointer. Can you share your thoughts on the port of TypeScript Go? Basically confirms my intuition. It confirms two things. It confirms Go is great. The concept of Go is great. The simplicity is great. The boreness is great. There's one. It confirms two. Rust is a very terrible language. Which they actually also admitted that our devs cannot produce anything in Rust. Rust is an unproductive language. Basically, things that I knew for a very long time. This is moving in a blockchain space. Blockchain space bullshit. There's nothing decent going on in the blockchain space. And Go is losing ground with get. Yeah. But the thing is that depends. I mean, like if I would build a blockchain from scratch, I don't know if I would pick Go again. But I would definitely not pick Rust. The thing is that they should print something, right? This is actually annoying. Super annoying that this is so big. This is not a fucking heat map, brother. What is going on here? Copy paste. You see, copy paste sometimes it's a time waste. I'm just laughing because I knew the problem. If I didn't know the problem, I would cry. I would fucking cry. And I was gonna say cannot decode. Why is this so? Oh, look at this. Looks like a shorm. Somebody has made a rounding mistake here. Well, not a mistake, but maybe I should round my values. What do you think about that, huh? Let me kill it. Where is my price? Can't find it. Oh, wait, that should be the values actually. That's the okay, the prices, right? So heat maps for all the price of Bitcoin. This is the upper, and seeing 89 as the upper is not a good news. What's the lower? $73. There was a time there was 100k in the upper. Anthony, good to see you. Oh, good to see you stream, man. Thank you much, Lucifer. Get Ziggy with it. Zig is actually a good language, but it's not for me. I keep it boring. I keep it boring, man. Odin is my next love. Odin and Golang. That's gonna make me a millionaire. Clip this. And everybody, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care what gurus think. I'm the guru. I'm the guru. I'm the one with the YouTube channel, okay? So I'm right. That's not true. I like it. And when I have joy, oh man, I I have so many good ideas that I want to implement. And I can't because I can only do so much things at the same time. I don't want to sleep anymore, guys. Yesterday, I was like, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to fucking sleep. It's a time waste. Leave me alone. But I need to, because sleep is important. That's the stage I am right now. Like, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go outside. I want to produce. That's what I want to do. Seems like this heat map just works. I don't think we need to have like any JSON Magico. Then I think we are almost at making our bindings from the cmgui.h C header. And we can plot the fucking heat map. But it's not gonna be that simple. Maybe it is. Are we gonna fix this? We need a mutex as well and all that thing. So let me open up the chart widget here, right? Let me actually do a little commit. Because I know we're gonna fuck up. Heat maps. Whippy. Okay, how are we gonna fix this? I think we're gonna copy. That's gonna be MU. That's gonna be an candle mutex. I'm gonna take a little bit of the same principles as Golang. I'm gonna put my mutex above the thing it's protecting. I like that. But first of all, we do it without a mutex. Because we can. Because we can. Causes issues sometimes. Causes a little bit of an index out of range sometimes. You never know what is gonna happen, so you can do a little gambling thing. But yourself, like, okay, it's not gonna do an index out of range within 5 minutes. And maybe you could give yourself a treat if you're right. Smoke some cigarette, drink some beer, I don't know. Take a mushroom, sniff a line of coke. A cola, you know. Heat maps, there's gonna be a dynamic. The thing is, there's gonna be a dynamic of heat map. We're gonna take one heat map in this thing. Ideally, what I wanna do basically, guys, is allocate this whole thing, these two, and now we can, because we have full control instead of having Golang that basically does random stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an arena later on, an arena allocator, to basically allocate all this bullshit. Yes, to allocate all this bullshit in there. Because why? Because they have the same lifetime. They don't have the same lifetime. They kind of have the same lifetime. Because if you let me go a little bit more in depth here for the people I want to know. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if I click my UI widget and my chart pops up from the dead, what's this? What's going on here? Okay, I'm in the wrong mode. That makes sense. If we click, show me the chart. We're gonna allocate an array for the candles and an array for dynamic. But we can put some size in it. You could say, okay, allocate me like 2048 shenanigans. Pre-allocate that. Heat maps. The moment we press this X button, everything needs to be cleaned up. So we could put that into the same thing, if you know what I mean. They have the same lifetime. How do you do that in Rust? Lifetime. Rust lifetime. It's the worst syntax they ever made in their life. It's like, who comes up with this, man? It's like, holy shit. Like, okay, like, hey, listen. People are already confused about programming languages. Most of the people have no clue how programming works. A lot of people cannot even program. Let's make Rust and make it so complicated. Where is this lifetime syntax? I want to see the lifetime syntax. Borrowing. Boxed. Bro, I32. Listen, to be honest, in memory, you can allocate as much as you want and never free it. You just need to ask the user to refresh the browser or to restart the app, and everything will just be clean. Just make like a timer. Every 5 minutes, you just let the restart the app, and you're basically have you have everything is free. What do you think about that? Anyway, they have some weird syntax, right? Nobody understands. So these candles and these heat maps, they have some kind of the same thing. So we could make it a little bit easier and deallocate all the bullshit of this widget at the same time. I think that's what arenas do, isn't it? People want to feel smart. Yeah, this is really like, it makes no sense. So the thing is that it's not about being smart or being stupid. It's about, it makes no sense sometimes. It makes no fucking sense. Like, programming should be something like, you don't want to think about the fucking language. How do I need to do this? How do the community want me to do this? How does Reddit want me to do this? Wait, I can do this at 5 different things. Okay, let me inspect the documentation. How can we do this? Oh, we have iter, we have peter, we have peeper, we have from map into reduce twice, reduce thrice, reduce twice. It's like, okay, I can do this 10 different things. What is the best? I don't know. Let me look. What is the most performant? Person A says this, person B says that. Nobody fucking knows. So instead of basically just making a loop, write 20 lines, for example, instead of 2, I agree. But write 20 lines is going to be way much faster than you thinking the whole fucking afternoon on how you actually need to do this. That's the problem with these languages. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we have these heat maps. Let's get some things done, right? I'm actually still confused why this probably initializes to 0. This is a little bit magic to me, in my opinion. But hey, I don't need to allocate anything. It just works. That's crazy. Where's my heat map thingy? Okay, this, you see underscore? Can delete that. Everything with underscore is me copying the same function. Update heat maps. So we're gonna do something like, we need to have... Shit, we cannot actually... Did you figure out the linking problem? Yes. The linking problem is figured out. I will make a video about that. It's a weird, well, it's a pretty funny thing. But there is a reason nobody has implot. There is a reason. There is a very good reason why I am the first. I'm basically 100% sure that I am the first Odin user that has Sokol with mGUI working and implot. There is a guy on stream, Randy, makes games in Odin and Sokol, has mGUI, but he cannot render it with Sokol. He renders it with DirectX. It's a bit weird, right? You have Sokol for rendering, and then you render it with DirectX, because he probably could not figure it out how to use mGUI, because it's fucking hard to figure it out to use Sokol with mGUI. You need to do a lot of compilation steps and find 20 different repos and compile, and it's you don't want to be there. But then you also need to have the implot bindings linked with mGUI. It's just a pain in the ass, but once you know, you know. And that's actually not a flex. That's basically, it's a time waste. But now I have an app with 20 million features better than the competition. And to be honest, it's all Terry. Terry is here in the chat, by the way. Can we get press 1? Type hands, clapping hands for Terry in the chat, because he spent 4 days on fucking Red Bulls figuring it out. So all on Terry. Thank you very much, Terry. And if I had a soundboard, I would do the clapping hands, but I don't have it. Dirk Huis. What's going on, my man? The thing is, we cannot append the heat maps because let me think. If len heat maps values is bigger than is 0, is 1, is 1. So why do we do this? Because this basically means one heat map is coming in from the server. If it's bigger than 1, it basically means we got a range of heat maps, and that's only happens for history. So we really need to do this. I'm gonna actually do an fmt print line of, I'm gonna do this. Heat map is gonna be heat maps values 0. I'm gonna print the heat map Unix. That's what I'm actually interested in. Only that. I don't need this, and I don't care about the mutex yet. Alrighty. Yeah, you can see already what the problem is, right? It's not a problem. This is actually what it is. This is a server sending me real-time heat maps from Golang. So we cannot append the same Unix into twice. We cannot do that because then we have 2 heat maps of the same time. So we're gonna do the wee-woo. We're gonna do this. If len heat maps is 0, if len heat maps is 0, heat maps append heat maps, nah, that's not it, Anthony, and chart heat maps I'm gonna do this real quick. I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking the exact same as you, and it's already been fixed. If Anthony, you're an idiot. Okay, I can do it. I can do it, 'cause I believe in myself. Let me do it dirty. This needs to be in here, but this needs to be chart heat maps. If we do not have heat maps, we append it. If it's the first heat map in our history, append this bitch. Otherwise, now we can do this. Else, if, actually, to be honest, else if Odin has something like with when, but I need to double check what the when syntax is. I don't know when what that just does. I mean, it's like when value is, then I don't know. It's like looks like an if to me, but hey. Does it compile to Windows? Dirk, we are going to do everything we can to provide you with a Windows build, of course, man. Of course it's gonna work on Windows. You are my best. You're the best client. You're my best client, man. When you start a code review series, right now. I'm gonna start a review series right now, and everything look good to me. Congratulations. Looking good to me. Approved. I don't know. Maybe we can do a stream about that very soon. Good idea, actually. Good idea, man. Looking good to me. Okay, I need to think here, and that's very problematic when I'm streaming. Thinking. If the heat maps, if the chart has no heat maps yet, we're gonna append no matter what, okay? But then we need to check that, okay, the heat maps has some values, and I can probably write this a little bit better, but let's just first make it work. Else if the last heat map, else if this heat map boy here, .unix is bigger than chart heat maps. Chart dot heat maps -1. Len chart dot heat maps -1. Then we can append as well. Can we actually write this in the same thing? Probably can. We can probably write it in the same thing. What's going on here? .unix. Learn to code. Now we're gonna do this. Len. And we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Like chart heat maps. Okay, we don't crash. So if we don't crash, that always is always good. Look. Looks good to me. That looks good to me. Let us be honest. So now I want to test real quick. Am I just completely garbage or can I just do this? If len chart is null or n or, but that I'm actually not convinced. This 100% gonna fail, guys. You see, this I don't know. That should fail, right? I mean, that's gonna fail 100%. It's not. I was insecure. I was insecure, I'm not gonna lie. Mixed land. This is actually this is what you learn in the first grade of programming. You know what I mean? This is what they teach you actually. This is what they teach you. Like, okay, this is the basics of programming that I not understand. And you are watching my videos and buying my courses, guys. You're all been robbed. Let's be honest. But guys, I have this. Did you already increase your salary from the to-do list? No, because that part is going to Teddy now. Because Teddy is a fucking chat. Okay, now we have heat maps, right? We need this mutex 100% for sure. Let's do this mutex because it's gonna kick us in the ass 100%. Why do we need a mutex? Because we have our WebSocket thread. In Wasm, we don't need to because we don't, but here we need, so we need to make a mutex for the WebSocket handler and the classic concurrency programming. So I'm gonna call this CMU. I like that. And then HMU. What do you think? Nobody understands what that is. I know. Actually should do CMutex, but I'm gonna call it CMU. What do you think about that? Because I'm the only person writing this language. I can do what I want. Oh, I feel free. You know what I mean? Chart in it. This mutex. There's one more thing that I read actually here of this mutex, and I want to actually do this real quick. Do not use mutex in recursive functions. Okay, Bill, we know that. This is what I actually want to... It can be used to prevent more than... Yes. Mutex 0 initialized value represents an initial unlocked state. Yeah, I like that. But if another thread tries to acquire the lock while it's already held... Yeah, I know. Here, note. A mutex Must not be copied after first use. I saw this thing and I thought, oh shit, a mutex must not be copied, and I was like, ha, ha. But they classically do no copy here, defaultly, so we are good. So we have these mutexes, and we're gonna use this mutex in here actually. Sync mutex log, chart, candle mutex. To be honest, guys, I don't really like CMU. It looks like CME. I'm not gonna do CMU. I changed my mind. Candle. Am I not the most? Safe programmer in the world? Where is this heat now? I'm actually, where is this thing? Everything where it breaks. That's just to make, so I can see where it breaks and click, like a Timmy. What is this? Wait, we are in chart. Let me first fix here. It's an app, Anthony. Where is this mutex? Shit. We could use defer, but I don't want to lock the whole thing. We have defer, but the thing is we don't want to... We only just... This is like dirty little thing that I wrote here. These things I need to extract. But they need to be blocked. Here, you see what I mean? Like, here. To be honest. Yeah, you see here, candles, len. Lock the mutex, do our thingies. Lock. That's fine. This is just checking if the candle is bigger than 0. I mean, technically, you need a mutex here. Theoretically, program to be a 100% programmer that will never be pitchforked. You actually need to lock this because you're accessing candles. But the only thing we want to access is bigger than 0 and bigger than 1. And how can I explain this? Do never do this. But from my experience, I'm an experienced developer. This is fine. This will never cause any race. There will be a race condition, but it doesn't matter. Trust me, believe me. If you know a little bit about concurrency and why mutexes and what can happen here, you're gonna say yes, you're right. But actually, you should use it. But yes, you're right. This is important for a mutex. Why? Because you're creating these things based on the length of the candle. So it could be that one of these guys here is gonna have a different length. Yeah, and then you're gonna have bugs. So you need to really look until here. And this is like, okay, oh no, there is a race condition. The candles it's you read 0, but it's actually already 1. Ah, we need to wait another 20 nanoseconds before we see a candle on the screen. You know, nobody cares. The same thing, 14 nanoseconds. I could actually just lock the whole thing, but I don't want to. We will see. If something breaks, this is the thing. Okay, so now, what is this? Update candles. We need this candle and candle mutex. We're almost there. Then I take a little break. We're almost printing these heat maps out, guys. I swear to God. Candle and mu was that charts. Candles and mu. Why? Because now we're gonna set the candle here, right? And we can defer because it's fine. And we need to do this. This is fine as well. Now we need now I'm gonna get some drink. We come back. Unbelievable, got into the same issue today. Next step we're gonna do is this. So looking good to me. So we Rust, get the fuck out of here. So we need to do this, right? So we have this demo heat maps from the C++ thingy, right? So the only thing we actually need to do is we need to do some color mapping, and we need to do this is okay. And where is plot heat map? Here. This function is what we need. Mplot plot heat maps. Okay. So if we go to my bindings that I handwritten, where is my editor here? Why is this? We are still plotting things. It's fine. Look at that. Whoa. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun here. I'm gonna lie. Whoa. Okay. Mplot. So we have some bindings here that I'm writing by handles. And we don't have this function. How is it called? The function is called plot heat map. That's C++. We need to go to the C header. The C wrapper header, basically, which is this thing, CMGUI. Now we're gonna search for plot heat map. Plot heat. Can I type? Shit. Wait, is plot heat map an mplot thing? You got to be kidding me. Why is this not in the header file? Guy, this is CMGUI, you fucking idiot. We need CMplot, guys. I was thinking, like, what the hell's going on? Okay, these are the bindings for mplot. The C wrapper thingies. Okay. Yes. Plot heatmap flags. We probably don't find them. And then... Oh, this GitHub search is so annoying. I swear to fucking God. Okay, these things are what we need. But we need only, like, one of these. And I'm gonna... Alright. Okay, cool. I'm gonna paste this. Gotta do this. So what's happening is that if I'm in my chart here, right, and I wanna draw, for example, a heat map, render. Here, for example, here I'm gonna. Where is my plot? Here's my plot, right? So I can do, for example, mplot, right? Mplot dot plot heat. There is no heat map. So we need to implement it ourselves. It's the MG header. Yeah, I was wrong. I didn't see that. Too much C, MGUI, too much M. Too much M the last week. So what we're gonna do is, you can see that I already have some idiomatic things. So this is basically what it was, a little bit of AI generated, but I didn't like that. So I started to do it implementing by hand and modifying. So it's basically Odin idiomatic, right? That's what we do. There are, for example, chart plot. No, I have some others like plots. plot to... Here, plot to pixels is what I fixed. So I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna explain you what the problem was that we had. It's a pointer problem due to bindings and some C headers and yada yada yada. And then we're gonna implement the heat map, make the bindings, implement the heat map, and then we're gonna celebrate. Be right back, guys. What do you want to see? Do you want to see this? I'm gonna make it. I'm actually not gonna take too long, like legit 2 minutes maximum. So I'm gonna do this, make it smaller. For the people that see, they want to see some code. This one here, do this, double click here, make this short. Maybe let's do 2 of these things, like Ethereum as well here, boom. Maybe we do another one, like Doge, and put them in here. Right. Doge here, something like that. Maybe a trading thingy. Let's see what the trading pressure is here. Let's do it here. Actually, I don't like that. It's fine. Be right back. Okay, be right back. Don't fucking run, don't you dare. Before you subscribe. If you subscribe, you can leave. Okay, I'm back, eh? I'm unsubbed and leaving now. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, so where is this printing coming from actually? We have some Avantia somewhere. Here, we don't need this. We need to lock it here. Let's do that as well. Real quick here. Heatmap and new. Alright. Why do we have a problem? Oh yeah. Okay, so the thing is, which one are we gonna pick here? So the problem we had actually, which put us on a completely different track, is basically, let me go to mGUI. I changed the mGUI bindings. These are automatically generated, but I needed to manually fix some stuff. So you have something that is called in here, which is get cursor screen. You can already see what I did. Screen pause. You see this thing? I'm gonna split the screen. So I'm gonna find the next one. Here. This is the official. You can see it. This is the official IG gets cursor screen pos. Of course, you need to understand it's written in C++, right? And in C++ you can just have overloading and return and all that stuff. In C they don't do that. So what C does, the C wrapper, the C header wrapper, what they do is they want you to pass in a pointer to the vec2. Unless you compile it from the dir bindings with a special configuration, C header, shenanigans, magical trickery, and black voodoo witchcraft. Which basically nobody fucking understands. Unless you are a neckbeard playing World of Warcraft Classic with a shaman and write C every single day, and the only thing you do is putting if defines. That's not me. I don't play shaman. But the problem is we need to guys, it's complex because we need to also compile it with C with Sokol in GUI backend, and then we need to do this the mplot thingy. So we said fuck it. I will rewrite the bindings. So instead of this thing returned originally a vec2. And that was basically causing a problem. And I thought, damn, this should be Sokol. It's going to be the Sokol backend problem. And we went 3 days into that direction. Until we figured out it's not the Sokol backend. It's this thing. So what I'm doing right now to make it a little bit more idiomatic, I just lowercase this function, link it to this function, take in a pointer to a vec2, rewrite this function here, where we return a vec2, but we pass in a pointer to this proxy function and return the vec2. And we do that with everything that basically returns a vec2. Yes, I'm a savage. But it's the only way. And now everything just works. I mean, hey. The font is JetBrains Mono. JetBrains Mono. And then if you want to have the same kind of a Groovebox style, is this one. Some little customizations for Go and for... so I'm going to scroll a little bit here, so you can see this. And you're going to say, wait, don't close. You can rewatch the video, and then you have so much time to check exactly and type it over. That's what I did with these bindings, and now everything works, right? And then I could use some magical Odin bind gens, but I don't want to do it anymore, right? Because by the end of the day, even this is a problem. Like, for example, if we open up mplot, it takes me one more time. It takes me a little bit more manual effort, but I don't care because the features that I get by using these things are from an incredible amount that I'm happy to sit here day and night writing these things. And I don't write them, I only write them when I need them, right? Mplot. This one. So I even, so these flags, they come not with bitsets, and I transform these to Odin bitsets. For example, these this is what you get from generated thing. Classical bit flags, basically. Classical flags, classical flags. So in Odin, you have the concept of creating a bit flag. And that basically means, a bit set, I mean. And what that means is that you can do this. Here. You see this syntax here? This is basically an enum that's converted into a bit set. So instead of doing, for example, like mplot dot, what is this? This is, how can I know what this is actually is? It's an axis config, I think. So instead of doing mplot dot axis flags dot axis flag autofit plus mplot dot axis flag XSD. Appending these flags, basically, you can just do this right now, right? The Odin style. That's basically a little bit of thing that I did. Okay, so we want to actually, now that you know what the problem was, now we can actually implement these bindings here. Let's go here. What do we need? We need plot heat map, right? Now, of course, C is generating because it's an overloaded, right? This function is overloaded in C++. We can't use C++ in Odin. Can use C. That's why there is C in plot, which everybody uses for bindings. But C generates this overloaded thing. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Of course, we're not going to implement them all because we don't fucking care. Now we need to check. What are we going to use, guys? Which Pokemon are we picking here? So what I think is I'm going to check the example at CPP. In Go, when to use a mutex versus atomic, if it's for an integer or a bool, you can easily use an atomic value, right? Wait, we are actually... Man, this GitHub thing. Where is the heat map? It's in GUI, man. You're in GUI. Here. So let me. Oh, yes. What does it take here? Goodness. Label, length probably, scale min, scale max, and then they take point. Then they take point. So label. Oh, these are the values, and this takes in a pointer. Okay, this takes in a float, F32, F64. Unsigned. So we don't care about these, I would say. Let's delete them. I quickly need to just a little bit of investigate here. I'm gonna copy this name. Do they call scale min? Okay. Scale max, that's what we had. Then this char, this is this thing, right? This char here. I don't know what the fuck this is. And then we're gonna have 2 points here, right? Implot point, bounce, implot point, bounce. The winner is. Yes, they are the same. They are the exact same. The only thing that differs is basically I'm gonna try with F64s first, because that's what basically the values in my heat map gonna be. Okay? What do you think? I don't know. We're gonna see. So we're gonna make a link name. We're gonna link this to this. I think a lot of people are basically a little bit of flabbergasted that is web dev. Some people think that I can do these things, right? Isn't it, boys? Of course, the true community members know that I'm not a web slopper. Sometimes I do these things, but we're gonna do plot heat map, and we're gonna call this F64, right? We can do overloading, but pro groups, but I don't want to handle. I don't want to do that. I hate it. I hate these things. There's gonna be a C string. Label C string. Const float values. Now I'm a bit confused. How do we? So what I'll do is I'm gonna stay here, split the screen so I can. Okay, they do it here. You see, sometimes when you do not know how things work, you can see what happens here. And I'm gonna be honest, I need to check the syntax, but it's basically like a pointer to a slice of F64 is probably what it is, and not a pointer of a slice of pointers to F64. So that's what we need to do here, right? This syntax F64, and we're gonna call this values, right? Int rows, int calls, rows, int calls, int as well. Double scale min F64. I'm confused by the C thingies. Scale, I'm double. I seen double because I need to eat, but it's fine. Scale max F64. Const char label fmt. Okay, wait. Okay. What I think is what's gonna happen is that this is the label of the plot. You're gonna see that, and then this is probably the label of the heat map block. I'm just guessing here. I'm gonna call this label fmt, just like I'm gonna rename this because it doesn't make any sense. But we first need to make sure that this is going to be correct, what I'm thinking here. And then we're gonna have a const implot point, bounce min, bounce max. Jesus. Bounce min, point. Bounce max, also a point. Jesus, what a function is this? And then flags. Flags. Implot heatmap flags. Heatmap flags. So we're gonna change these heatmap flags because they are not gonna be a bit set. So we're gonna change these into a bit set. So how do we do this? We're gonna call this. We're gonna copy this word. Like this, paste that in here, delete the S. Say that this is going to be an enum, a bit set of. How do we do this? Again, bit set flag, heatmap flag, cint. What are we doing here, Anthony? This is a flag. See major, what the hell? What is that? Is that the only flag we have? We need to be careful here. Because it makes no sense to turn this into a bit set if this is just the only value. Normally, I'm gonna double check here if I'm correct. Again in MG, like this guy is making the same mistake 20 times at the same thing. Heatmap flags. GitHub. GitHub. Alsjeblieft. Ah! Yeah, okay. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to turn this into a bit set because you have only one fucking value, right? Which is the call major and then none. So we're gonna just keep it like that. We're not gonna make it a bit set. I'm so sorry. Changed my mind. Okay. If you have something like this, histogram, you can turn this into a bit set easily because then it's easy. But if you only have one value, normally you're never gonna use this. Okay, it's just a flag. So where is the issue coming from? Probably these things. Okay, cool. We have the function. I think it should kind of work, I guess. How do we actually plot a heat map? I have no clue. So we have the candlesticks. Let's plot this thing on the same thing, right? Why not? Is there a no IOTA? I don't know. Have you tried IntelliJ ID's AI assistant? I don't know. I have no clue, guys. I have no clue. There is only one rule and there is only one answer. If you think it feels good, that's the answer. Mplot, plot, mplot, plot, heat map. They take a 7-7 flag. The thing is, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna end up very well. I think I'm gonna need to do a little because I have no clue how it's going to. I have no clue how this works. I'm gonna do a lot of experimentation here. Because how is it going to map everything? Okay, it takes. Okay, that's the point. Yeah, it takes the pointer to the. Okay. Do they actually all take a pointer? Probably they do. Pointer float, pointer double to, yeah. The other one we deleted, but this is going to be the same thing. The only difference basically is probably the type of the values, right? I don't think it's going to work by just passing in the prices and sizes. But we can just try. I mean, what's gonna happen, right? The thing is, there is also the Unix timestamps. How is it gonna map these Unix timestamps? I don't know. It's probably something for AI. The thing is, like, my array is completely... The heat map is not laid out the way we want it, right? I passed it like this so we can actually do an delta encoding on these things, right? Delta encoded prices and delta encoded sizes. We finally have a decent slider. It took me like weeks. We're gonna finally have a decent slider, man. What a good library it is. It's really a good library. But the thing is, of course, like, this library is actually completely nuts. You know what I mean? It's like, it's really nuts. Really nuts, man. The thing is that this implot, you see, there's a lot of mGUI. In Golang, there's an mGUI wrapper, but the problem is there are no bindings for implot, right? And good luck with that, you know. It took me a week to get right in fucking Odin. But guys, if you want these bindings, I can open source them for sure. That's not a big of a deal. And if you want to have access to the code and you want to be a Market Monkey insider, and whoa, what the hell's going on here? And join the you can join the insiders, and you get the source code, the Apex. This is a cool thingy. Oh, I like this. But the thing is that people can just pick what heat map color they want. It doesn't really matter. They can just... Okay, so I'm just thinking here, how is it laid out, right? So you're gonna have these labels like a bunch of bars. I think it's laid out in bars. What do you think? What's going on here? It's laid out in bars. So we have 0.8, 2.4. You see, guys, you don't need to read documentation. Read the code. 0.8, 2.4, 2.5. 0.8. 2.4, 2.5, 3%. Okay, it's okay. 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 Okay, 0, okay. This is a bar. Okay, so that basically means but why is it a 7.7? Of course, yeah. It's a, okay, okay. I'm starting to understand. The problem is my prices. When I was a kid, this you saw this on the TV. On the TVs, this thing. When I was a little kid. When the this thing. Why did they do that? When the how do you call that? The Zender, the fucking thing. When it was broken, you saw this. Now click and call a major button. Oh, are they gonna make it even? Oh no. Okay, they map it like this. Now they map it like that. I'm just thinking how my data is laid out and what the best thing is to... .4, 2.5, it's 0. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have a bunch of sizes. Okay, guys, let's just fucking YOLO this thing. I mean, what can go wrong? Just want a little bit of an understanding how this thing works. Can't even close my own fucking app. Everybody's bashing on Rust. I love it. I was so happy when I saw the news. I thought, man, on stream, people gonna quit about asking for Rust. Why are you not coding in Rust every stream? And now, it ain't gonna happen anymore. Yes! We are winning! Alright, amigos. So, I have no clue how that's gonna work. I'm gonna lie. I would actually just ask Cursor and it will... But let's just show the world that we can do it ourselves. Our Python's data schema is different. Well, our schema is this, right? Heatmap types. This is our schema. We have this. We have a bunch of these sitting in memory. Yeah, I think we can do. I'm actually thinking about. Look at this. I'm gonna explain what I'm already like. Chess step 469. So if this is our chart window, right? So normally, how? Looking good to me. Normally, what happens is that if you want to plot a candle, you're gonna have Unix timestamps, right? And what implot is gonna do based on these Unix timestamps, bars is what we call it in charting, bars. Each bar represents a point in time. And here you have your price, right? Okay, prices. I'm the most disgusting writer in the world. Just like my son. He cannot write decently. This guy. Oh. So But these heat maps, we don't need to specify a Unix timestamp. So how can we sync them with the chart? If we have some bars here, let's be bearish. If we have some bare candlesticks, we're going, the price goes up, but we draw. Yeah, I agree. Let me take my time to make a beautiful chart. TS rewrite TS compiler in Go. Happens here. Everybody bullish. Okay. So how are we, in the hell are we going to map this heat map onto timestamps? And I think is that we just provide this two-dimensional array, and we say, okay, here is the data. We make sure we pre-filter. We get our heat maps in our slice, in our chart. We have our candles in our chart. We check, okay, what is the first Unix timestamp we have for the candle, and what is the last Unix timestamp we have for the candle, and we just map our heat map. We just take our heat map, we filter our heat map to be included, if you know what I mean, and then we could basically tell implot, okay, these are my x3's constraints for the heat map. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm really hoping for, because otherwise, here. Then we're gonna say setup. So where are the fucking constraints? Well, you can set up constraints, or we map something. Color map scale. Anyway, axis limits or something. I don't fucking know what we're gonna do. Something like that, and then it's gonna be mapped. How I'm gonna bin it, I have no fucking clue how that's gonna work, bro. Yo, Anthony, since TypeScript is not built on top of Go, can we use TypeScript and Go? Just a compiler. It's not built on top. People are basically a little bit wrong. Right? They just wrote software that compiles TypeScript. That correct me if I'm wrong, that compiles TypeScript to JavaScript. That's what I think it's doing. And all this tooling around. That's what I think. Which doesn't make the language run faster, right? It's just the compiler is faster. Compiling it is faster. So basically everything like Babel and all these fucking JS tools will be faster if they use the new compiler, because it compiles faster, but it will not run faster. TypeScript will be the same fucking slow TypeScript. Will be the same, will be JavaScript, right? And it will be as fast as V12. No, V8 probably. It's V8, right? That and SpiderMonkey and all these things can run it. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. And to be honest, I mean, how many milliseconds is it going to take between Golang and Rust to compile 500k lines, for example? How much would that be? Is Rust gonna be 10 seconds faster? Or 10 milliseconds faster? Is 10 milliseconds faster worth the struggle of writing it in Rust? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Non-time. Yeah, you can just tick chart. You can make a tick chart. You just add each candle or each point the moment you got it. Right now we don't do it. Right now it's 1 second to cap it a little bit, and each second I add it to the list of candles or the list of points. You can plot candles, footprints, whatever you want to do with your data. At least that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to implement footprints as well. But if you want to have a tick chart, you basically just, each time you get data, you just add it, and you will see basically tick data, right? The candles are going to be a little bit scuffed. I mean, tick data for candles is basically useless because, yeah, it's too fast, right, for a candle to have a decent candle. So it's just going to be points. You could use some kind of a teardrop system, right? It's something that I want to implement later on, like teardrops based on whatever data you want, but like points on the chart. But the terminal is made to be extremely fast. Because I'm talking with a lot of quant traders myself, and they say, okay, we use in silico terminal, but the moment we do 800, 900 orders, it's starting to lag out. And we also want to have features like my filled orders as a heat map, so to say. So basically on your chart, each time your order gets filled, you're gonna have a little block. My order is filled here, filled here, filled here, but with the quantities in, so you have a heat map in history saved, so you can actually go back and see the history where everything is being filled and see some kind of you know, and that doesn't exist yet. These things. That's what we're gonna build, brother. Yeah, I use 1000 ticks on a silico terminal, 4K ticks on TradingView. Yes. Yeah. So in silico is the biggest competitor, and that's fine. I mean, I think it's a good terminal in silico, but once I'm done here, it's gonna be on another level because we're gonna add Wasm execution, like scripting engine that runs. You can choose. You can run it locally. You can run it on the server. You can run it on your own server, whatever. And you can write your scripts in any language, Python, whatever you want. You compile that, you can compile it to Wasm, and then you can actually execute that on the server, programmed. You know what I mean? Like server side as well. So you don't need to be. A lot of options you can do. A lot of options. Let me know if you want to see other futures. Let me know. Join the Discord, please do it. Join the Discord and we can discuss, and I can just build it the way you want. Everything you don't like or you want, just ask me and I instantly build it for you. I just need to port a little bit. I just need 1 more week to port my Golang shenanigans UI into this thing, and then I can add everything you want, my man. Legit. Okay, so considering the heat map, we did a lot of stuff, right? Let me actually boot up the thing. Oh shit, I'm gonna actually kill this. Super annoying. Let me kill it. Let me kill that thing. Yeah, I need to basically do my access constraint, but the problem is that there is no data yet from the server. Here's, you know. We also have, why is this completely here? That doesn't make any sense. Liquidations here. And you can actually plot that in on a chart as well. I'm gonna do that on a bar chart or something. you know. I already had Sol. Now he's gonna complain. Yeah, I already had Sol. To fix that. Look at that. It's breaking. I also have Hyperliquid. Like I said, in this and 3 weeks, this is going to be crazy. I have so many exchanges already sitting in the pipeline. Hyperliquid, OKX, Binance Kraken, Binance Futures, Binance Coins, Binance Spots. I already have them. It's crazy. The thing is that right now I'm using auto hide the thingy because it's weird. These, you know, just hiding the tab. You can show the tabs. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna add trading execution as well, right? Another panel, make trades manually or just via scripts. See your orders plotted on the screen. Bam, 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 bam. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. What do you think, guys? Do you believe in me? And this could all be yours. Having footprint charts with pulling, stacking, and CVD and delta indicators is mandatory for professional trading. Yes. This is a message. Yeah, I had footprints on go. Footprints, VPVR. I'm porting everything. It's gonna take me a couple of days. But right now I have layouts. The best layout system you're gonna ever have. Completely freedom. You can pick any exchange, any panel, anything. You can, whatever you like it. And it's actually built from the ground up, right? So it's really, really built. Will it support non-crypto exchanges like IB? Well, the goal is to have stocks as well. Like, but first things first, you know. Crypto is my expertise a bit, so let's start there. Trying to do this bootstrapped, right? I'm trying to do this bootstrapped. But the moment some smart guy comes to me and said, okay, listen, I understand who you are. I understand your capability of marketing, your capability of execution and leading. I understand that. With your previous already founding knowledge, you already made some successful companies. I understand this and I'm going to fund you. The moment a guy does this, I'm going to break every competition's ankles. That's what's going to happen. But yeah, now I need to do it a little bit slow, solo. Do a lot of marketing myself, do a little writing myself, you know. But the moment some smart investor comes to me, of course, smart basically means he needs to know what a candle is. He needs to be from the space. If somebody else comes, I don't care. It needs to be somebody from the space that can really put weight and experience behind it. I was thinking about maybe who would be a perfect investor into Market Monkey is the Brussels guy from Kirok. The guy from Kirok would be insane. Yeah, Kirok. Somebody from Kirok. Like one of the founders from Kirok could basically a very good angel investor. People like those is something I would take. I will write them a mail. I know one of these guys. Well, knowing is a big thing. Knowing is a big thing. Okay, guys, I'm gonna eat. I'm starving. Okay, we don't have the heat map. We did a lot of stuff. We fixed the bindings. We had a thing. We did some cool stuff. Let us be honest. It was great, right? Hopefully, I can show off heat maps very soon. For me, the goal is get the heat maps kind of going. Put the volume bars in. Put the VPVR in. Put the fucking footprints in. GG, well played. Then we're gonna add all the fucking exchanges in. Then we're gonna add the scripting indicators in. Then we add the trading execution in. What do you think about that, guys? If you want to be a part of this extremely talented community of quants and all that stuff, and you want to build the future of this project, you want to help me build the future of this project, you want to shape it, you want to be a part, join my community on Discord so we can talk. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a very, very, very good evening.